Alright, hello everyone and welcome to the Qualcomm series action. And before we get to the track, as it's only 7 races left, let's take a look at your points coming into today's action. Eli Bright has been one of the dominant drivers this season. He sits into the points lead after taking it from Sebastian Kukulon after Chicagoland, after Kukulon had crash damage in that event. Eli has 1 win, 5 top 5s, and 8 top 10s this season. He has 274 points. That's 8 over second and third, who are tied. Mac Johnson, Sebastian Kukulon's teammate, in second with 12 top 10s this season, although no wins. Will Johnson get his first here today from Colorado? We'll see, but Luke Rainey got 3 wins in a row in the middle of the season. However, only one other top 5 outside of that. He's tied with Mac Johnson for second, and then Sebastian Kukulon in fourth, 10 points back. He has a win and 10 top 10s, 7 top 5s, the most in the field. Then Aiden Burkhart, no wins, but 5 top 5s and 8 top 10s, proving that he's still in this championship hunt. TJ Smith, 2 wins in 6th. He's 19 back of the leader. Larry Hagan, the win last weekend in Chicagoland, is up there with 25 points. And Dale Lightning, he had a win, I believe, at Caraway early in the season. Has been pretty quiet these last couple races, however, still in the fight, 31 points back. Now let's switch over to starting lineup for today's action. The Speed Energy 200 here from Colorado National Speedway, race number 17 of 23 in the Qualcomm Series season. On pole, the 9 car, Brian McDonough. Brian wasn't a threat earlier this season. What can he do today in his number 9 Mazda for Calvez Racing? As he starts here from the pole, it was outside TJ Smith, 6th in points. This could help him, but you see right behind him, Eli Bright at number 50, the points leader by 8 over Luke Rainey and Mac Johnson. This could be interesting, as Eli, the second best, the championship contenders, can he increase his lead? AJ Jones starting on his outside. Then it's Alexander Rowe, and you see 6th, Luke Rainey, the driver we thought would run away with the championship. Has had a couple recent slip-ups, but still right there in the fight. Then it's Mitchell Collins, TJ Smith's teammate, Jonathan Martin, his outside. Last week's winner, Larry Hagan and Jake Galloway. Galloway was looking forward to possibly contending for this championship, but began to slip up as of late. Might be out of it at this point. Then Gerard Lasseter, Mark O'Hara, Nathan Orman. There's Sebastian Kukulon, 4th in points. Zachary DeLello, Dale Lightning, who's 7th. Then we have Ryan Butcher, Landon Lyons, Mac Johnson, and Aiden Burkhart. They're starting deep in the field. Could this make or break their championship here on this short track, Colorado National Speedway, Erie, Colorado? You see the Rocky Mountains there in the background. And then rounding out the field, Dusty Neal, Oliver Galloway, Jacob Edson, Diego Yepes, and Steven Taylor. Let's get your starting command here on this bull ring short track in Colorado. And as the engines will roar to life here on this fairly flat short track, I believe it's 3/8 of a mile course, the pace car takes off. We will be racing. At a very short pace lap, you see a lot of the field getting a little disorganized on the start. They'll be racing around, and nonetheless, we're taking the green flag. Like Brian McDonough leading them down 3 wide already for second. AJ Jones, Luke Rainey all the way up the track here through turns 1 and 2, but out front, this 9 car, Brian McDonough. And with this track being a little short, the cameras aren't in the best places, but we'll just have to make do. Brian McDonough leads lap number 1 of 30 here from Colorado. TJ Smith all the way up the track. Alexander Rowe trying to get to his inside, but looks like the championship contenders are all up high. There's Larry Hagan trying to make up ground early. Now here comes Alexander Rowe charging his way up to second. Eli Bright chops AJ Jones coming into turn number 1. But Brian McDonough already nearly out to a second lead. He won at Mesa Marin, another West Coast short track. What can he do here in Colorado? Is he's out to a commanding margin. Jay Smith down to third. Here comes Jonathan Martin. This 4-car hasn't done much outside of his win at the road course in Meadowdale. And he gets something done today as Eli Bright up the track once again. Mitchell Collins, A.J. Jones through. Larry Hagan, the next car to get past Eli Bright here. And T.J. Smith in third, really going to help him out in the championship. Now Hagan trying to work underneath this 50 car. Into turns 3 and 4, can't quite do it. Thought about a late look, nearly. I think he got into the back bumper of the 50 there. So a lot of grooves around this Colorado National track here in the Speed Energy 200. But you see Luke Rainey stuck up high. He's down to 11th and probably further. He's going to get passed for 11th and now 12th if Jake Galloway can get by him. Nathan Ormond really checked up high that time. It's going to hurt Luke Rainey as he tries to get underneath the 0. Looks like he will. 3 Chevys side by side here. Jake Galloway all the way down there on the bottom. Seems to have the advantage. Going to take it off the corner as we start lap 9. But pulling away out front. He's got a second lead on the field, Brian McDonough. As they're lapping pretty quick here. 16 seconds lap times. T.J. Smith seems to be the fastest in his Dodge. Single file out front. Look, there's Larry Hagan in 8th. Dale Lightning 10th. And Luke Rainey just can't get off the high side. He's not even trying to get down low. He just continues to slip and slip. We need to take a look back. There are the 2 teammates fighting for it. Sebastian Kukulon 20th and Mac Johnson 21st. You take a look. Aiden Burkhardt as well, 23rd. Really gonna hurt him in the points. Give a nod to Diego Yep, has started back in the field as well as Steven Taylor. They're making up a ton of ground early as the championship contenders really slide off. Eli Bright still in 7th. Big help to his championship hopes. There's Kukulon now up high once again. Aiden Burkhardt coming through on the bottom. Oh, Steven Taylor's around right in front of the championship contenders. Oh, and Kukulon gets damage. 2nd week in a row for the 94. Stuck in the back and gets caught out. And this has destroyed Sebastian Kukulon's hopes of gaining in the championship here on a short track in Colorado. But we're going to get organized here. Brian McDonough has lost his 2nd lead now on the field as we're going to bunch him up for a restart here in a couple laps from Colorado National. Let's get a replay on what happened to Steven Taylor. Gonna slow it down here. Zachary DeLello gets a big run coming up, and Taylor's lifting because he's got Luke Rainey, a slower car in front of him. DeLello just hooks him off the corner right across the nose of Marco Haru. Just gets caught at the end of it, and this 67 is just along for the ride. Kukulon and Neal go high. Dusty Neal turns it down, but clips the 67 and just pings him into the 94, who was up against the wall and had nowhere to go. Let's ride along our championship contender, Sebastian Kukulon. Wrong button. Oh, I probably could have got through there with less damage at the 49. Just didn't get into the 67. Boy, Mac Johnson got close, nearly nailing the backstretch wall, as that's the pit opening for it. Could have gotten into that, but Kukulon will regroup back with the field for the restart here. What are these guys doing? They're all over the place in the corners. Trying not to stack them up, it seems, but Brian McDonough leads over Alexander Rowe, TJ Smith, Jonathan Martin, and Mitchell Collins as the field really bunched up for the restart. There's the green flag. Back to green flag racing. The Speed Energy 200 from Colorado National. And you see TJ Smith getting to the inside of Alexander Rowe. But all these guys running multiple lanes behind him. That's just going to allow Brian McDonough to pull away out front once again. Up the track, Eli Bright really loose off the corner. A big save for our points leader. But he's stuck up high. Could this hurt him? As TJ Smith, now in second, has his sights set on race leader Brian McDonough. See 3 wide racing back here. Jake Galloway was taken to it. Now he's trying to get underneath points leader Eli Bright. 3 wide here at the bottom half of the top 10. Esoter dives it in once again. Oh. But how about making up ground on this restart? Mac Johnson, the 92, he's going to go underneath Luke Rainey, who he's tied with in points. Mac Johnson trying to be the one who wins this championship. As I think, did someone go down pit road? Who's that? Aiden Burkhart. I don't know if he got forced down there or not, but Aiden Burkhart's coming in. Blocked by the sides, but Brian McDonough still leads over TJ Smith, AJ Jones, Larry Hagan, and Mitchell Collins. But you see, TJ Smith and Larry Hagan, 2nd and 4th. This is the points day they needed. 6th and 7th in the points are really going to gain, as none of the other contenders are in the top 10. Wow. As looks like Eli Bright, yes, Luke Rainey and Dale Lightning have all fallen out of it. Mac Johnson, though, trying to get up there. He's into 11th now, trying to chase down Jake Galloway. But 6 to go. Next time by for our race leader, Brian McDonough. But meanwhile, in the back, championship implications heating up. Master Kukulon's damage doesn't seem to be affecting him, as he's gained up a spot or 2 coming off the restart. Steven Taylor might be looking for a little payback on DeLello, as DeLello's the one who started the spin for Taylor. Taylor just trying to keep it clean. Remember, Taylor was the one who had a terrifying flip at Minnesota along with Mitchell Collins. And Zachary DeLello did win that race, but 5 to go for the number 9. Brian McDonough. Looks like Landon Lyons off the pace in 24th. And Aiden Burkhart is disqualified. Oh my goodness. Why was Aiden Burkhart disqualified from this race? I do not know, but that is really going to hurt him in the championship with a last place finish. Here in the Speed Energy 200, but only 3 more laps for Brian McDonough, as TJ Smith continuing to chase him down. Here we go. Let's take a look one last time at where our championship fighters run. Eli Bright, 12th. Coming across, there's Dale Lightning, 15th. Luke Rainey, 17th. And Sebastian Kukulon up the track once again, 21st. And there's the Bush's Baked Beans white flag for Brian McDonough. The dominant car once again. He dominated at Mesa Marin. And on another West Coast short track, he's going to dominate again. Coming off of turn 4. TJ Smith wasn't able to put the challenge to him, and McDonough chased the checkered flag from the pole at Colorado. These guys will dive it down the pit lane. See the finishing order as they come in. Oh, Kukulon nails the pit wall just like he did at Minnesota. Unbelievable. So Kukulon oh my gosh, what was he doing? Oh, he saw everybody coming down. He must have thought that there might have been one more lap in the race and just made his last second decision and just nails that concrete. But he's gotten out of the car. He is okay after that, but it's going to be one of those things that just shake off. But the results you see on the left side of your screen will get you your points in a moment. Very, very quick race here from Colorado. And there's your results. Brian McDonough wins just over a half second over TJ Smith. AJ Jones comes home third. Good run for him. Larry Hagan fourth. Smith and Hagan really helped out in the points today. Diego Yepes, talk about a drive. He clawed himself from the second to last row of the grid all the way up to sixth. Jake Galloway comes home ninth. Mac Johnson in 10th. He might actually, that's a big jumble of words there, but Mac Johnson should be the points leader after this as he's ahead of Eli Bright, but I'm not sure if 2 positions is going to be enough for those guys. Dale Lightning 15th, Luke Rainey 18th, Sebastian Kukulon 21st, and obviously Aiden Burkhart, for whatever reason, disqualified. So what will the points be looking like after this? Why don't we take a look and see? And obviously, Brian McDonough led all the laps, so he gets 34 points coming out of that race. Great day for him, and even with the disqualification for Aiden Burkhart, he still gets a point, I think, because he started the race. Now, what we all been waiting for, the point standings. Eli Bright still has the points lead, but look at this. TJ Smith has made his way up to second, a 4-position gain with that strong run. He's now 6th back in leader, Eli Bright. Mac Johnson was not able to take the points lead from him. He only gained 1 point, surprisingly. Luke Rainey slips 2. He's down to 4th, 15 back. And Larry Hagan has fought his way up to 5th now in the standings. 2 weeks ago, he was 11th. Hagan sits 17th back. Kukulon down to 6th. Aiden Burkhart down to 7th. They are 20 and 25 points back. But Brian McDonough could be looking at this as he gets his 3rd win of the season. He won at Mesa Mare, and I think he won at Toronto also, if I'm not mistaken. He's now 26 back, and Dale Lightning might be out of the picture, 35 back. But a very quick race here for the Qualcomm guys at Colorado. I'd like to thank you for watching, and we will get the victory screen, if there is one, for Brian McDonough. As next week, it's a doubleheader for Qualcomm and the Cup Series from the Meadowlands Speedway. And this weekend, the Cup Series action will be from Burke Lakefront Airport in Cleveland. See you then.